another way that I've discovered so many things that I'm capable of. Like, I love learning, and you never know until you try. I'm really big on that.
Yep.
So I pretty much try anything once, and that's how I've discovered so many things that I can do, and so many things that I'm kind of good at.
I love that.
You know, like if I had never tried, if I had never been like, fuck it, yeah, I'll weld it, I would have never known.
Yeah.
You know, I'd have never figured out that, hey, I'm a really good welder.
That's awesome.
So it's, you know, it's just
Fuck
always,
yeah, I'll weld it.
yeah.
Did you start welding before you took what? Did you go to technical school for that?
Yeah, but really, it was a really calculated choice based on very little experience. I had welded like 2 or 3 things at the farm in the shop, and we had a forge. I had done some
Yeah.
blacksmithing, which is like has nothing to do with welding. It's a totally different thing.
Yeah.
But my ex and I had this forge in our garage, and I made like he made knives and I made roses and like little things you hang your dish towels on and stuff.
Yeah.
And but I was fascinated. We made our own musket balls for our muzzle loaders.
That's awesome.
That was cool as shit. And I had welded just a couple things, and then when I, ran away from that, came back to my hometown, thought I don't want to do hair. And it's just another one of those things that you can't count on.
Yep.
So I chose welding as a career based on I want the least amount of schooling, the most inexpensive route, the highest return, and what do we need as a nation? And so it happened at this great time where all of a sudden there was this wave, this incentive for women in the trades. There was even, and this was all completely, I had no idea.
Yeah.
There was even like a government incentive as far as women going into trade school, and I had no idea. And then also just like the trades in general, electricians, welders, plumbers, all of these career options were kind of just swept under the rug for the past decade with the boom of technology and stuff.
Yeah.
And now everybody that does it is retiring. So there's nobody to fill the role. And all these other markets like radiology, business, computer science, all that stuff is flooded. It's oversaturated. That's why these
It's
people
very
are
oversaturated.
up to their eyeballs in debt
Yep.
and have a degree and can't get a job. They end up going to work at a factory or whatever.
Yeah.
So if you look at the U.S. Census, like they collect all that data for careers and your like base yearly salary or whatever. Welding, I was like, damn, why isn't everybody doing this?
Right. Right.
And it's not that hard. And I was just naturally like could do it enough. So then I just had to learn the right way to do it, learn as much about it as I could. So I went and did the course. And then it's a trade, so it's really about experience. You can do the classroom stuff and have your certifications. That's just a foot in the door because let me tell you, once you get into doing it,
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's all about trial and error, practice, practice, practice.
Yeah.
So it was really hard for me to find my first job. And then once I did, I learned
tenfold.
Oh my God. Yeah. I was shocked. And it was so extremely satisfying. I was so proud. It is my passion. Like it is addicting. And I think also because I'm a girl, it's so satisfying for me to be able to do every day. Everything was a victory. Every single little thing was a new little victory. Like I managed to make this cut. I managed to read this print. I managed to fit this up. And every single thing was a victory. So
that's awesome.
It was just like the momentum never stopped. Every single day I walked out of work with my head held high like, fuck yeah. And so
let's rock that shit.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. And so, but at the same time, it was really not meaningful work to me. I was not satisfied emotionally, my soul. So I would just go home and drink until I went to sleep because I was exhausted. And
I've been in that cycle.
yeah. And so then I started looking at it like, what am I gonna do? Because I'm working like a dog. I have nothing to show for it at the moment. You know, where am I headed with this? Because my meaningful, what I really want is to be a mommy and have a family. And realistically, I can't work a 60-hour week and have a baby, period.
No.
And I
No.
can't, yeah. So I'm like, what am I going to do? This can only last so long. And, and then this happened, and here I am. And I think that the blessing for me was I was so stubbornly stuck in no good enough reason to leave this job.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fucking quit. I'm not gonna be bullied out of here. I'm not gonna puss out because it's hard.
Yep.
I'm not gonna leave because it's really good money, and I had no other prospects. So this was like the most graceful way for me to break the cycle.
Right.
In my mind, I was like, this is my golden ticket to a guilt-free exit.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's what I did.